we're around 57.
Yeah,
we're dropping to 44.73. We still have just some few days to go for Christmas.
Let's see how things pan out.
This figure is certainly going to drop, but I mean, all the same,
it's phenomenal compared to what happened.
Compared to 2018 when we did 0.2% and 2019,
and then 2020.
So I mean, that's what we see on the stock exchange today, Edward.
All right. Thank you very much. That is Maurice Ogbete giving us update from the Ghana Stock Exchange. Let's go for the SME narrative, and then we discuss this issue of producing scented candles, eco-friendly ones, of course. Hello, welcome back to Market Avenue. From KPMG and Young to the production of fragrance or scented candles. What is the driving force behind this?
The driving force, I started Flickerwick Limited in 2014 when I was working full-time, and at the time...
That is with Enza Young?
I was with Enza Young at the time.
Okay.
And at the time I was making as a part-time hobby turned business now. The driving force is to create eco-friendly products that anyone can use in their homes, especially people with conditions such as myself. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS, which means that everything I use around me needs to be 100% natural.
Wow. So that was the motivation behind you doing the research to come up with this product.
Yeah.
Wow. Now take us back. How did you land in KPMG and Young?
So. Funny thing about KPMG is I was working in social housing at the time, and due to budgets and change of government, so my project was coming to an end, and I just texted a friend of mine and said I'm about to leave my job and I'm looking for another job. She just texted and said, do you want to meet my manager? And I said, no chance, I don't want to go into accounting. But then that's what happened, and I was supposed to be there for 6 weeks. Ended up there, I stayed there for 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then to Enza Young.
Then to Enza Young. So I was actually headhunted from KPMG by EY. That process took a good 7 months. So I left KPMG, went to the Financial Conduct Authority for 6 months, and then went to EY.
Now, so when you were in these firms,
yeah,
what was the dream or the goal that you had in mind? You want to be a partner, a director? Yes. What was the dream?
The dream was to become a partner. I had no dreams at all of running my own business. I mean, I did have my hobby, but I didn't think I'll ever do it full time.
Are you working in Ghana or outside Ghana?
Outside Ghana.
Where in particular?
In London.
In London?
Yes.
And you left KPMG and Young to produce candles?
Scented candles.
Wow. Like I said earlier, every parent wants his or her daughter to work, son to work in firms like that.
Yeah.
And so what was the response, what was the reaction of your parent when you said...
They were very supportive.
They were supportive?
Very, very supportive.
Wow.
Because, again... Wow. My mother, for one, had seen, because I started the business in my kitchen, so she had seen me doing it after work. That
was in London?
In London. And then I lived in a one-bedroom flat. And I was doing everything. So you were producing the candles in my kitchen. Okay, take us through. How did it start, and how did you? I mean, what were the ingredients you have to get to start the things in the kitchen? Wow. So the first thing I did was to go on good old Amazon, and I bought a candle kit from there. So I bought wax, came with some wicks, glass. It was like a glass jar, very tiny one, and YouTube. So I literally watched so many different YouTube channels about how to make candles. Some were good, some were not so good. They were not so informative. They didn't tell you had to measure the rim of
You were hiding the secret, no?
Not entirely, but not entirely, yeah. So YouTube. I learned on YouTube, and I've actually now become a trainer. So I took a course in 2019, professional course, and now I can actually teach people. So I've taught kids here in Ghana 2 Christmases in a row how to make candles.
Wow. So in your kitchen, how many, in terms of production, quantum of things that you're doing, how was it like?
You'd be surprised. At one point, I made 500 candles for wedding favors.
1 month or?
It took me 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks?
Yes.
Then you're not sleeping?
I wasn't.
Because from KPMG or Ernst & Young, you come to
I'll
do
come
this?
straight from work. I'll come straight home, usually have my dinner, and back into work. And my dining table, I didn't have a dining table after that, because my dining table was where I was wicking and labeling the tins as well.
Now let's talk about the product you're making. What makes it different from what is on the market?
What makes it different is the raw materials, so 100% natural soy wax. The essential oils are also 100% natural. We use both wood wick and cotton wicks. Again, with research, cotton wicks, when they have the zinc in the middle, it's not good. It's not eco-friendly. Yes.
The cotton one is not eco-friendly?
The ones with the zinc in the middle.
Oh, the
Some
zinc.
of them has,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
They're not eco-friendly. And there's a difference between the wooden wick and the cotton wick. Wooden wick actually burns longer, and it has like a wider pool compared to the cotton wick. But most people are used to cotton wicks, so we give them an option.
But so we produce soy in Ghana. Where do you get your raw materials?
Unfortunately, we don't have soy wax here in Ghana.
We produce soy in Ghana, but we don't have soy wax.
We don't have the soy wax here. So
why?
No idea.
You don't have
I think we don't have the machines to process it to that stage. But I get my wax from the UK. So I actually import my wax from the UK.
Isn't it expensive?
It is to a degree, but then because we're buying it in bulk, it kind of works out.
So from kitchen, how have you been able to transition?
So from kitchen, December 2020, which was last year, we built grounds here in Ghana. And so we have our own studio in Ghana. And then in the UK this year, March 2021, I moved into a studio. So again, in the UK, throughout the lockdown, I was working from home, from my kitchen. Yeah.
But doing this business in kitchen isn't sometimes it can't cause any accident, fire?
It has, because it did.
It did?
It did. In 2015, my kitchen caught fire for my 1-bedroom flat in London.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so what did
at the time, yes, what happened was I used to make the candles a double boiler, they call it. So you know, normal kitchen pots, a deep one, and they have these other pitchers that you put in. So you put water in, and you put the pitcher on top where the wax is put in. What happens is if the water runs out, it kind of will keep the fire still on. So that's what caught fire. Literally, the wax just went up in flames.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you came to Ghana to set up your, in quotes, your factory here, which you call a studio, how difficult was it, or how easy was it? In terms of capital to start?
Capital to start, because I was already running it in the UK, I was always ordering the same amount and then dividing it and sending half to Ghana and using half in the UK. How difficult was it in the market? It wasn't so. The difficult part of it is trying to get into stores, trying to speak to the owners of the shops. Again, Ghana's a bit different, where most of the retailers would want you to have that sale on return contract, as opposed to them buying it bulk, and I guess because it makes business sense to them. But at the moment, we are in 6 out of stockists here in Ghana.
Lockdown came and a lot of business went down.
Yeah.
How did it
We
impact on your
well.
business?
We did very, very well in the lockdown. We actually, that year was the best year for us, both here in Ghana and the UK.
Why was it the best year?
People were at home, so they were shopping online a lot more. We had parents send us emails about buying diffusers for their kids' rooms. Again, then of course Black Lives Matter came in, so everyone wanted to buy from a black-owned business, and that really helped our business. It really
You
did.
talk of diffuser. What is a diffuser about?
Diffuser is oil, so it's a mixture of diffuser base and essential oils. And so traditionally you put sticks in there, so you have reeds in there, but we use a foam, and the foam absorbs the oil longer. So our diffusers actually last 2 to 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what is the benefit?
The benefit of a diffuser: if you have chest infections, if you have kids at home, diffusers are better. Same ambience, the same scent you have from the candle, just that this is oil and it lasts longer and it's kid friendly. So again, with the foam compared to the sticks, accident kicks, it can go in a kid's eye, but with the foam it's very soft, so if anything should happen, your child's not going to be severely hurt by the sticks, by the foam, sorry.
So the candles of fragrance, the patronage, how is it like? Because a normal person will go to the shop and buy maybe air fresheners and all those things, put in their vehicles or put in their living rooms or in the bedrooms. How will you be able to get people on board? Most people, like you said, go into the shops and buy it, but then you always smell something before you buy it. And majority of our stockists actually have samples, so they're testers. You can actually smell, and we've got fragrances such as Bergamot that helps you sleep. So we're always advertising, educating people about the different fragrances we have. We call them different notes in fragrances, because each fragrance has a top note, middle note, and a base note. So again, so social media is our best tool, marketing tool, because we post everything on there, and more or less we always show how effective, and reviews as well from customers that have used our products also helps. You don't regret leaving KPMG to do this business? No. Then there's money here?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
There's money in both places. But then, yes, I have no regrets whatsoever. I'm grateful for the experience and the exposure. And, yeah, no regrets. None at all.
You don't miss it?
No.
As a tax woman?
No. I do it now in what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so how are you applying the knowledge you've acquired in all these firms in what you're doing today? Firstly,
team, how to build a team. We have processes that we go through, onboarding staff, training, and I build a relationship with my staff as well. Again, with the corporate world, you don't usually get that one-on-one relationship with your manager, but then I can tell, in Ghana we have 3 members of staff, and I can tell what everyone's weaknesses are, and we work towards it. So yeah, that definitely helped me run my own business.
You talked about training other people to be able to do this. How much will I need to come on board and to learn?
You don't need to pay to be trained. Candle making is actually, it's very therapeutic, so most people enjoy it. It's just, if you have the time, if you have the interest in what you're going to produce. And again, fresh minds, people come in and will say, oh, I want to learn how to make candles. I want to make a candle, like a pillar candle, because the pillar candles are the tall ones that you see. They're made with paraffin wax because they're standalone candles. So you kind of will learn on the go what works for you, and the different types of wax as well, because there's beeswax, there's paraffin wax, there's soy wax, and I think I'm missing one more. Yeah.
Wow. Now let's look at it. When did it strike you that this is where my passion is? The drive to go, because there are several products out there. Why specifically candles?
I love candles. I love home
right
fragrances.
From childhood days?
Right from childhood days. I remember when I was going to university, I literally go to IKEA and spend 99p on so many candles because I love candles. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, have you been to a bank with a drive to expand your business, to get some loan?
Not yet.
Why, you don't want to expand?
We do, definitely, but we're not there yet. I still feel at the moment, we're still at well, not even, but we're still new, quote unquote, small business. So we're always reinvesting wherever we make our profit into the business. So for now, no, I don't think.
Safety is key in anything I want to buy, especially you talk of eco-friendliness of your product. How, in terms of standards, how have you make sure that you stick to standards for a client to get the best out of everything you do?
Same, we don't shortcuts at all. We don't use shortcuts at all. So the same soy wax, the same company that produces our fragrances. We test all our products 6 weeks before we launch them.
6 weeks for testing.
For testing. So I have 6 friends, and I send each one of them the new fragrances, and they will test it. Everyone will send their feedback. Well, when I burnt it, it was too strong for me. I had a headache. We kind of will tweak.
That's when you're coming the new product.
Yes.
Okay.
New fragrance.
New fragrance. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll tweak around. So there are certain fragrances that we have in the candles that we don't have in diffusers because they're very strong, and they're better off being in the candle form rather than the diffuser form.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. Now let's look at your childhood days. Where did you school in Ghana?
I went to Rich Church School.
Where?
Rich
Church. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Then to university.
So Rich Church School. Then I went to Akosombo International for 2 terms. Then I went to England. So there I did GCSEs, A levels, university. I studied abroad in Connecticut for a year because I studied international relations and French at university.
So you speak French in the candles?
Well, no, not quite.
Well, the French, they love the fragrance,
They
so perhaps
do.
that's it. Great. Now, small business operators in Ghana, looking at what you've done, on weekly basis, the production, how many candles are you able to make? The different fragrances?
Different fragrances. In a week, so we'll start with quiet months. The quiet months, in a week, we probably produce about 150 to 200. Again, we have 3 different sizes. So we have travel size, standard, and we've got the glass jars. They all have different burn times. So the travel size burn for 25 hours. The standard burns for 40 hours, and the glass jar burns for 120 hours.
120 hours?
20 hours.
Wow.
So that's how much you get from each of them. So on the quiet months, about 150 to 200. Busy months, like now, for the past 2 days, we've produced 1,800 soy wax. And these are very tiny wax melts that we put in burners and use. Yeah. So in 2 days, we've done that.
In terms of when it's Christmas like this, how is the demand like?
Demand is very high, but unfortunately, the demand kind of starts a week before Christmas, and everyone wants it now.
Mm. So that means you need to expand.
We need to expand. But for now, so we've got 2 interns or temps coming in. Well, temps, not interns. 2 temps coming in this week and next week.
From where?
From Ghana. We've recruited.
Which school?
So one of my, not actually from school, so one of my my assistants has got 2 friends looking for jobs, so they're temping.
Mm.
So they are Christmas temps. Yeah.
Wow. Your mom agreed that you should leave this job. Is she happy with you for now doing this business?
Yes, I'm very proud, I must say.
Wow.
Yeah.
1 week, a candle, it doesn't last up to 1 week. The products you make, so the soy one, do you have one that can last for 1 week, or just for the 120 hours, 25 hours?
So 120 hours can last a very long time because the maximum
you can use.
You're supposed to burn a candle is 4 hours.
Or you can't go beyond that. Why?
Eco-friendly in your home as well, because what happens is after 4 hours, well, you're either going out, or you're in the meeting. You don't want to leave a candle burning unattended.
Mm.
So maximum, and so our candles always come with a thank you card with a few instructions what to do and how to look after your products. So yeah, you're not supposed to leave it unattended. So 4 hours should be enough. You can't fall asleep with a candle on.
But perhaps because of the fragrance.
Some people can, but don't.
You see your house in flames.
Right? Yeah.
Great. So, apart from the candles, what other product you be making on it?
So we have candles, we have wax melts. They're tiny wax melt pots. So we have them in pots and we have them in shells, clam shells.
I saw ceramics.
Yes. So the ceramics are the cups. So we've got teacups. We've got teacup sets. It's a ceramic teacup set. We have wooden trays. We sourced here in Ghana. So Tekua Designs, they make it for us. And we have woven baskets from Bulga.
We import it from Bulga.
Yeah.
And what do you add to that?
Nothing, just our tag, and that's it. So our woven baskets are actually planters, so you can use indoors with your home plants, indoor plants.
Now, I like citronella. What does it do?
Citronella, mosquitoes and flies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you definitely need it. Everyone needs it here in Ghana. So we make those, and so our candles have names. So our citronella one is called Hey Accra.
Hey Accra.
Yeah.
Why Hey Accra?
Because Accra is where the mosquitoes are. I mean, you get off the plane and you know it's mosquito land. So that's the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. Wow. I think we've run out of time.
Okay.
But it's exciting to know that you've left KPMG and go full blast to do candle business.
With no regret.
And you are flickering.
Exactly that.
Thank God for your life. So, this is how we draw the curtain on Market Avenue today, especially on the SME narrative. My guest is Frances Gardiner. And it's been exciting to hear that with candles, you can do so much. And she's making sure that your home get the right ambience. So, I hope this Christmas you hook up. My name is Edward Nyaku. God willing. See you. Bye.